Oh, Hugo, what have you done? No.
Hugo has destroyed an awful lot of our house.
Look at this mess. No. Hugo, no.
And he would have destroyed more if we'd have given him access to more.
In.
Andy and Susan got Hugo 16 months ago to fill the void when their eldest daughter went off to uni.
Jenna was our bonus baby. We've got a big gap between her and our other daughter. So after she moved out, we decided that we should try and get a companion for Jenna so she wasn't just hanging around with the old folks all the time.
I love Hugo so much. I cannot imagine a life without him.
He certainly would leave a big hole. Actually, make that a lot of holes.
He's chewed all of the doorway, over here and along here. This is his little teeth marks along here as well. He tore the stair carpet off and ate all the glue and then was very sick.
With thousands of pounds of damage and the worry he'll seriously hurt himself, Hugo can't be left to roam freely.
Good boy. This is where we keep him for the majority of the time. We can't let him into any of the other rooms of the house because he just starts to destroy it. He's certainly in it more than we wanted.
There may be bars everywhere, but Hugo, well, he's a doggy El Chapo.
He's very quick at finding a gap.
What have you done? Look at this! Look at all of this! What have you done? It is quite wearing, isn't it?
Hugo's destructive streak means the house has been stripped of all soft furnishings. But that doesn't stop him.
He just goes crazy. He's a crazy dog.
Let go.
This is what happens if we have soft furnishings. That's why we have a room with no cushions, no throws, nothing at all. We just don't know how to cope with him.
In.
Living in a house torn to shreds with no creature comforts means Andy and Susan have considered rehoming their daughter's best friend.
I think there's some difficult decisions to be made. You know, the possibility of having to rehome him has crossed our minds, hasn't it?
Oh, Hugo, what have you done? No.
I'd probably cry a lot and I'd be very, very sad. I don't know what I'd do because he is such a big part of our family.
You know, it's important not to prejudge things before you get there, but, I mean, to me, this just sounds like a classic case of attention-seeking. I bet you that's what it is.
Wait.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
There we go. Cheers. Has somebody been at your stairs with a chainsaw?
Yes, his name's Hugo.
Look at that. Butter wouldn't melt.
Indeed.
Well, that is exactly it. But he has these issues that we can't get past.
Right. So tell me about that, then.
This is where Hugo lives, our hallway and the kitchen. As soon as we let him into any of the other areas of the house, he just goes crazy.
So when he's in the sitting room, he just never, ever settles, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a whirling dervish.
OK. Can we go through to the sitting room?
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, you.
But the moment Hugo's in the room, the beanbag's having it.
If I try and take that away from him, he's just going to go crazy. Hugo?
Hugo.
Hugo?
No.
No.
What would you normally do to stop that?
He's got to a stage now where he's in such a frenzy, he won't listen.
He's trying to make a hole there so he can get the bits out.
Well, happy days for Hugo.
Oh!
Enough, OK?
Seeing Hugo on the warpath
right.
has
I'll
Graeme
take it.
thinking.
No.
I did wonder on the way here whether he was just doing it for attention-seeking reasons.
Right, in your basket.
But actually, it's not. He doesn't care how much attention he's getting, good or bad, I might add. He's just loving it. How often do you play with him in the house, in here?
Well, we don't play with him in here.
Because that would be a terrible idea.
Terrible
Would
idea.
it?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
I did read that you shouldn't play with a dog in the house anyway because the house should be a calm place.
Yes, and it's also the blurry line between him allowed to play with a toy, but not play with soft furnishings.
The house stripped bare of anything destructible, Graeme believes he knows what Hugo's problem is.
I think what you've done is you've made that living room a sort of play vacuum area, really. There is no play. Hugo finds his own entertainment, of course, that's the problem. We need to teach him that he can play in there, but with proper dog toys, not with what he considers to be fair game, right? By the end of the day, we need to be able to sit down there, surrounded by cushions and all those soft furnishings, without him touching them.
To be honest, a cushion would do it at the moment.
Would it? A cushion?
Yeah, just
right.
a cushion.
Well, that's my aim then. Well, I've just gone and promised something which I think Susan thinks is completely impossible. I think it's possible. What I'm not sure of is how long it's going to take me.
It's not just Susan Graeme would let down, as Jenna's home from school and keen to hear his plan for her four-legged best friend.
So, dog toy. Dog puzzle, most of the point. So he's got to use his brain to work out where the treats are.
Graeme wants to teach Hugo a simple rule. Some things are his to play with, but some things aren't.
Oh, clever boy.
Praising Hugo whilst playing with his puzzle is the first step. The second is teaching him what he can't touch.
Thank you very much. He needs to understand the difference. Some things you can play with, some things you can't. What's this? Ah. Good boy. He's a clever boy. No. No. Good boy.
If Hugo shows any sign of going for the cushion,
No.
he's warned off.
Good boy. So he had a little lick. It's like, no. I know where that's going next, yeah? And then as soon as he looks away, good boy, we're friends again, you know?
So, has Hugo learnt his lesson?
No. Good boy.
I am amazed. Yeah.
Like, whenever he's lying next to a cushion, it'll be with his two paws on it, ripping it up.
Well, I think it's amazing, but I am still not sure that he's going to respond to us in the same way as he responds to you.
Yeah.
It's a combination of the sound of my voice. 1 minute he's getting, oh, good boy. Next minute, if he gets it wrong, it's a bit more, don't you dare. Next stage, then.
Graeme's proved Hugo is capable of learning what can and can't be played with. But can Susan teach him with an enticing blanket?
No. No.
Well done.
No. 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 No.
So we need to work on your tone of voice. So you know, no, no, right?
Yeah.
Don't be shouty, but do be a bit more, no.
Okay.
I mean it. Just sit down and hold it for now.
No.
Fend him off if you have to.
No. 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 No.
Well done. And then?
I don't know.
He's doing nothing. Praise him.
Oh.
Good boy. You see?
No.
Oh, well done. You know work. Look at that. So you did it. You told him no. It was a bit of a battle, but you got there.
Now, making the right choice of only playing with his toy, Graeme wants to really put Susan to the test. Remember those cushions he promised?
How many cushions do you want in your decor?
How many have you got?
Watch it.
No.
Tell him.
No. No. Hugo.
It's a battle of wills. You've got to win this battle.
No.
With Susan struggling, Graeme lends a hand.
Try again. I'll help you with my voice. You do the rest.
No.
Hugo. So I'm doing this with I'm just projecting my voice, but also then he's looking at me. And when he looks, I'm giving him the look of don't mess your mother about. Good. No. Good.
Good boy.
There we go. We're getting there. Good lad. Yay, good boy. There you go. Good choice. Brilliant. When he had a proper to-do there, what would you normally have done? Would he still be in the room by now?
No.
He would now be in his crate.
Yes.
But instead of that, he's still in this room.
Yeah, it's much, much better.
As Hugo is such a good student,
No.
Graeme introduces more mouth-watering furnishings.
No.
But with each, he's taught they're not for him.
No.
It's all right, let him sniff. He's going to check it out and he's bound to.
Yeah.
Good lad, that's fine. Good. Hello. And he's gone to play with his toy. Look at that. Oh, this is all right.
All I wanted ever was just like a dog, and I just imagined it sitting here, just beside me.
He's going to come and sit next to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Good boy.
You've got some more hard work to do, you know that, don't you?
Yeah.
Like homework, really. But if you keep that up, before you know it, you'll be taking it for granted, I think.
OK.
Thank you very
done.
much.
Thank you very
Keep at it. I had a good feeling about this one from the start, but I know that Susan thought that actually the point that we did get to in the end would prove impossible. But we got there. I think everybody's happy.
The more and more he integrates and becomes part of the family, then the thought of rehoming him becomes a distant thought.
Dolly is a cross between a Jack Russell and a pug. A Jack Russell is a fox hunting dog, and pugs are companion dogs. Queen Victoria famously had them.
This particular jug is treated like royalty by owner Laura and spoilt rotten.
She has got this cutest face. But really, she is the devil dog. Dolly! Look at that mess! Don't give me that look. She will literally eat anything, destroy anything. Are you kidding me?
And it's when Laura leaves the house that Dolly's destructive devil comes out.
Dolly destroyed the carpet, so I found it was easier to put the wooden floor down, and she's destroyed that as well. Dolly, what's that mess? So at the moment, I think I'm on number 11 Sky remotes. Dolly just completely chews them.
But Dolly has more exotic tastes than TV remotes.
So Dolly has a fetish with ladies' underwear. She will get them out and she'll just sit and eat them, basically. Hello, girl.
Once Dolly's eaten everything in sight, it's only a matter of time before the inevitable happens.
You're naughty. Disgusting. It absolutely stinks, doll.
After a busy day ruining Laura's home, Dolly isn't pooped out. She's still full of beans at dinner time.
Down, up and down. Dolly! This is how I eat. I've got her literally in my face the whole time. I just feel like it's a constant struggle every time I try and have a meal. Right, forget dolls. Doll! That's naughty!
But it's not just Laura's dinner and home that Dolly is wrecking. Laura can't even have a lunch break with her colleagues.
I've changed my routine with work. I'll come home every day on my lunch. Oh, doll! I have to go home and make sure my dog hasn't ruined my whole house. Dolly has probably cost me over £2,000. The financial side of it is tough. Dolly, what is that? And it's just getting too much.
I'm really looking forward to today's job because it's the kind of upsetting problem that can make a big difference to people's lives when you fix them.
Can Graeme fix this destructive dog before Laura goes broke?
Hello, you must be Laura. Hello.
Sweet, yeah.
And you're Dolly, are you?
That is.
Troublemaker, right. So tell me about your problems then.
She literally destroys everything. I used to have carpets, but Dolly decided to constantly pull and pull and pull until it was completely ruined. So I ripped up the carpet, had wooden floor put down, and she's now ruined the floor as well.
So how old is this floor?
A couple of months.
I'm shocked to see the damage. And Dolly's done that in 2 months. That's incredible.
Graeme's seen the damage Dolly can do when she's home alone, but how does she behave when she's got company?
This is how close she is constantly when I'm trying to eat.
Yeah.
Like, she would have that.
Boy, trying to eat me biscuit.
That's naughty.
Graeme wants to see how Dolly reacts around her favourite food, Laura's.
Oh, look. Oh, look.
Yeah.
Oh, now she's excited. Let's see what happens then. Right. Do you have friends round?
I used to have them a lot, but since I've had her, I don't even ask them round anymore. It's getting worse, not better, you know, so...
She just rewards that bad behaviour all the time. Really, she's treating this little dog like a little baby, and actually not in a way that you probably should treat a baby.
She also poos and pees.
Oh,
still.
Delightful. And how old is she now?
She'll be 2.
Yeah, she should have grown out of that by now, for sure. And that only happens when she's alone?
Yeah.
Laura comes back every lunchtime to check on Dolly, and it's about 4 hours. It varies from dog to dog as to how long you should leave them, but in Dolly's case, I wouldn't leave it any longer than that. But I don't think that's really the issue. I think it's more about she just hates to see Mum go. I need to see this problem, I think. Let's rig up some CCTV stuff so that we can pop out and watch her.
Mum's going out.
I've asked Laura to leave the house and just be herself. And I'm watching on this screen here.
Right, I'll be 5 minutes. Come on, babes. No, you stay.
Grab a pew. So you can see what's going on. Oh, here we go.
Over the next 10 minutes, Dolly paces the house.
She did look a bit anxious.
Tries to eat the cameras.
Cheeky monkey.
And disappears from view for a private moment.
Oh, where's she going now?
Moving. Oh.
What I would like to see, though, is what happens when you go in.
Oh, Dolly. Naughty girl, Dolly, yeah.
This is a classic case of separation anxiety, and I think, you know, Laura's overindulged Dolly, and that's created an overly attached dog. And if she doesn't stop spoiling her, she'll never fix the problem.
Graeme's realised the root of Dolly's destructive and anxious behaviour lies with Laura.
I get that you love her, I can see that. In fact, I think sometimes you almost love her, if it's possible, too much. In Dolly's case, for her own sake, I think you need to stop her eating human food, right?
Yeah.
You're going to create this spoiled dog. And I think that's having a knock-on effect with your separation anxiety. The whole thing...
Everything come into place
is all connected. When you leave and you're fussing her when she's anxious, so that kind of sends the wrong signal. When you come back in and she sort of pooed on the floor, and I'm sort of watching you there, I can see that you told her off. Problem with telling them off after the event is they don't get it. All she knows is Mum sometimes is angry.
Okay.
She's going to be more anxious than ever before.
Right. I didn't know how upset she was being. So, yeah, that was quite a shock to me.
This is an impossible situation for Laura because the dog's getting worse and worse. This cannot carry on.
Before Graeme works on Dolly's separation anxiety, he wants to tackle a key issue he feels is fueling her over-attachment. Laura allowing her to eat her food.
So, chicken sandwich on the go.
Yeah. My favourite.
What I'm going to do is condition her that if there's food on the go, not allowed, got to be down there.
Okay.
For Dolly to learn this, she's moved off the sofa with a command and a light nudge.
So I'm going to gently move her off.
When Dolly stays down, she'll get a reward for her good behaviour, and it won't be Laura's food. It will be a dog treat.
If you happen to be on the floor, good girl, you get a treat. Good. How clever girl.
Once Dolly understands her place, the treats will be replaced with praise.
Good girl. But there won't be treats all the time forever.
Can Laura break this cycle of dependence and stop giving in to Dolly's demands?
There's the chicken.
Okay.
So now you need to tell her to get off.
Off.
And then a couple of seconds, praise her. Good girl.
Good girl.
There's a treat. There you go.
Repetition is crucial to the message sinking in.
I didn't, but now she did, right. Go ahead, tell her. Good girl.
After just 5 minutes, Dolly seems to be learning her place. But now for the big test. Will she stay down while Laura eats?
Why don't you have a bite of your sandwich? But watch her. I'll help you if need be.
Okay.
That's it. That's it. Good girl. Why don't you have a bit more of your sandwich? There it.
Will Dolly be able to control her insatiable urges?
Now as you're eating, she's actually taking a step back. Hey, this is great.
Good girl.
It's a success. For the first time in her life, Laura isn't giving in, and Dolly's okay with it.
She's learning some manners.
Graeme can even have a bite to eat as well.
Why don't we both have a sandwich at the same time? This would be like you having your friends round. Oh, good girl. That's very nice.
It's a transformation.
Really, really good.
We haven't even given her a treat.
No.
Innit? It's
I've
like...
got one. She hasn't had a treat now for 4 or 5 minutes.
It's worked.
She could have done herself some serious damage. Foods like chocolate and onions and grapes could kill a dog.
Stopping Laura spoiling Dolly with food is only the first hurdle. They still have a much bigger challenge ahead.
Dolly!
Dolly's destructive separation anxiety,
Are you kidding me?
which is costing Laura thousands.
That takes a long time, and that's one for another day.
But first, there's another little dog with a big problem that needs Graeme's attention.
I'm in Southend-on-Sea in Essex to see, well, a little teacup Yorkie called Ernie. Yorkshire Terriers were bred in the 1800s to go catch rats. These days, really, they're just nice companion dogs.
But owners David and Karen wanted more than just a companion after their home was burgled.
Good boy. We was in. We did feel that if we had a dog at the time, they would have alerted us because we didn't hear a thing.
And he's been on guard ever since.
He will bark at everything and anybody.
All day long. And it puts me on edge because he's on edge. Ernie,
Calm down.
The aggression, it gets worse if they come...
And the closer they get.
Closer they get, the more louder he gets. And if they actually come anywhere near, outside near the cars, then he's off, he's on one.
And Ernie doesn't just protect the house from people.
He destroys whatever comes through the letterbox.
Ernie, get out now, see? This is what I mean, now stop. Look, you've put a hole in it, Ernst. Jesus. You bad boy.
Karen and Dave's plan for a doggy burglar alarm has seriously backfired.
The whole point of having the dog was to put my mind at rest a little bit, but it's made me worse.
Ernie's constant barking is bringing back bad memories of the break-in.
It's making me more nervous now because he's picking up on, oh, there's somebody out there, and I'm like, oh, are you a good person? Are you a bad person? It's not good. Something needs to be done now.
Can Graeme bring an end to this tiny terrier's reign of terror?
Ernie, behave.
Hello. Hello. Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
All right. Hello. Nice to meet you. Right, shall we grab a seat? Tell me about your problems, though. Well, I mean, I think I've seen a bit of it, but...
Blooming barking at people. He does it all the time to everyone.
What you've got is a burglar alarm that's got a fault on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can see how that would wear you down.
Yeah.
How does it make you feel?
He puts me on edge, and all of a sudden, I'll hit, what you barking at? And he's looking at me and he's pacing, and I'm like, where? And it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And by the end of the day, I'm like, I'm going to do you in a minute.
I can see it's really affecting Karen. That barking all day long just gets you down. So when he was a puppy, what was his behaviour like? Was he barky then?
No.
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't. And then all of a sudden, one day he barked. I was like, oh, here we go. He's got, I went, oh, Ernie, you've got a little bark.
They don't realise they've encouraged it, but it's clear to me that they're all smiles and laughs and, oh, clever boy, you know? And, of course, that just made the behaviour more and more. Normally, that's not so much of a problem. In this case, well, it's led it to spiral out of control. What I would like to see is how you react to it.
There we go. Ernie!
There we go.
Ernie! Come on, Ernie!
Hey, shut up! Ernie, shut up!
I'm sure if I said to David and Karen, look, you're cheering him on, they wouldn't recognise that. But in fact, that's exactly what they're doing.
Oh, Ernst!
I think you've encouraged the problem. When he started to bark, he then realised, oh, you like this.
I like this.
Oh, your wish is my command. So careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
When he barks, there's quite a few things that you're getting wrong. What I'm seeing you do is shout a lot, impressive, but I think you've become a bit lazy. You don't actually get your backsides off that sofa, all right? Because what's happening when you bark? He's like, right, I've got to get rid of these people out the street, and if I keep on barking, they'll go. But here's the thing, if you're in the background just barking as well,
he thinks you're joining him.
You haven't got a hope of controlling it as long as he thinks like that.
Graeme wants to tackle all this unwanted barking head on.
Right, we need to start work.
And give Ernie a place to go and chill, his bed. But with such ingrained behaviour, rewiring this little burglar alarm could be easier said than done.
When you're here, you shouldn't be barking at the window because you've got it.
The training starts with getting Ernie to pipe down when someone comes to the front door.
I'm sure you're dying to find out, how do we stop him barking?
And Graeme has 3 clear steps. First off, show Ernie they want him to stop.
Ernie!
By getting up in front of him. This is followed with a firm command.
Stop. Go on. Let's just stick to stop.
And finally, a reward.
Oh, good boy. You're going to go there, eh? That's fine. Good boy. If he backs down, praising him when he's quiet.
It seems like a straightforward plan. But is Karen up to it?
Right, here we go.
Ernie!
Right.
Ernie, stop!
Well, that's it.
Good boy.
That's it. Now, the difference is you've gone over there and gone, I don't think so.
That is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
But they're only halfway there. Ernie needs to learn not to charge at the door and have a place to go and be quiet. His bed.
So we need a command for this.
Go and lay down.
Go and lay down. Right, so that's fine.
Some rewarding cheese reinforces the command.
So he starts to associate the action of getting into a bed with go lie down.
Right.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yes.
Go and lay down. Go and lay down. Go and lay down.
That's it. Good boy.
Good boy.
Ernie's following his favourite treat. But Graeme has some pointers for Karen.
Your accent, your voice was a little bit flat. It was like, go lie down. I'm bored of this now.
Jeez.
Right?
Any particular accent you'd like? Go and lay down.
So for this, I do want it to be more than a request. What I want your voice to convey is happiness.
Go and lay down.
No, that's not you. You got to be yourself.
But that is me.
But you got to be.
When I say go and lay down, go and lay down.
Well, that's better.
And practice makes perfect.
Right, you know what to do. Off you go.
Right, okay. Go lay down. Go lay down.
That's it.
Good boy.
The foundations are in place, but will Ernie stop barking and go to bed when someone comes to the front door?
This is a really hard test for Ernie. Can he follow all these new commands? And crucially, will Karen be able to put it all together? So somebody's coming, look. Oh.
Ernie, stop.
With strangers outside, will Ernie listen to Karen?
Go and lay down.
Wait for it.
Go and lay down.
Oh, well done,
Good
Karen.
boy.
Perfect. Absolutely spot on. Put it there.
Yay!
With Karen and David armed with the right tools to get their little burglar alarm in control, the future looks bright.
Fantastic. The end result is absolutely fantastic.
I'm so proud of Karen. She's picked up this training perfectly.
He wasn't the issue, it's probably us.
I think they're going to live a much happier and a much less stressful life together.
On his last visit, Graeme taught Laura how to stop giving in to Dolly's demands at dinner time.
Off.
That's it.
But now he has a much tougher nut to crack. Her anarchic antics when she's left home alone.
Are you kidding me?
Laura needs to stop spoiling Dolly with affection every time she leaves for work, because if she doesn't, this problem's just going to get worse and worse.
When Graeme observed Dolly, she had an anxious accident within the first 10 minutes. A classic sign of separation anxiety.
Morning, Laura.
Hello, you
How are
okay?
you?
Today, he wants Dolly to beat that 10 minutes without losing her nerve or going on the tear-up.
What we're aiming at here is teaching her, I go, I come back, it's not a big deal. We're desensitising her.
I go to work 5 days a week. How has she not got used to that?
Ironically, I think she has got used to something, but it's
the wrong
thing.
OK.
Dogs often display signs of separation anxiety when owners first leave them, and Dolly is no different.
Last time, 10 minutes was all it took for Dolly to get excited and lose control, and bless her, she had an accident and weed and pooed on the floor. If we can get through those critical first 10 minutes, I'll know we're on the right track.
With the cameras rigged, the first thing Dolly needs to learn is when Laura leaves, she will return.
You'll be good, OK?
This begins with a calm exit.
That's it. A little bit of fuss. Yeah, come on, not too much. Don't overdo it. That's it.
Getting her overexcited will only fuel her anxiety.
OK.
Then Laura quickly returns, being equally calm.
Hiya, doll.
This process is then repeated in quick succession.
The only way we can desensitise her is to repeatedly send out the message, Mum goes, Mum comes back. But what you're doing is spot on, by the way, from what I can see, because you're nice and calm.
At the moment, I'm a bit like, this is kind of my routine anyway. I don't think it's going to work.
Laura may be sceptical, but Graeme believes that Dolly is beginning to realise that she isn't being left for good. The next stage is to extend how long Laura goes for, starting with a minute.
Yeah, so she's looking at the door to see where you are. Having a little sniff around. So before she gets up to too much trouble, if you pop back...
Hiya, doll.
The time is then extended to 3 minutes.
It's quite fun to watch her.
But will Dolly last 5 minutes?
That's good, you know.
Yeah.
The eventual goal is that Laura's able to leave Dolly all day without her destroying the house.
With Dolly showing great promise, Graeme feels it's time to see if she can cope with a full 10 minutes.
The last time, she was just going round and round, winding herself up and getting upset. And as we know, she had a wee and a poo.
But could this be a step too far?
You'll be good, OK?
Well, we're about a minute in. We've got a long way to go yet. She's on the top of the sofa, but she's lying down. We're now about 3 minutes in. She's just woken up now, look. What's she gonna do? Because that's one of those moments where you go,
Yeah.
what's gonna happen?
Is Dolly about to turn destroyer? Incredibly, Dolly settles down.
Well, she's asleep, as far as I can tell, which is great.
Yeah, definitely.
She's beaten the critical 10-minute goal.
So right now, she doesn't even look anxious at all.
No, she doesn't.
And she goes even further. After half an hour, she's still relaxed. It's a milestone moment.
The timer's just ticked over 30 minutes. That's 3 times longer than...
The more we thought. You can see that she's completely different.
I'm more than happy.
It's a huge improvement for Dolly. She's smashed that critical first 10 minutes and beyond. Just days ago, Dolly couldn't be left without leaving a dirty mess or going on the warpath.
Dolly!
But now, with the training in place, she's certainly moving in the right direction.
You've got work to do.
It'll be worth it, you know, to carry on and know that she's happy when I leave.
I'm really relieved that we've managed to show an improvement today, because separation anxiety is difficult. As long as Laura does the homework, we'll see some big improvements.
Let me have the bag, please. Wilson!
Nicola got Wilson when he was just a pup.
Give up!
But 5 years on, she's lost all control of her canine.
As soon as I put something down, he'll take it and he'll destroy it.
I am sat on it.
Anything that I have is his.
That's the sofa!
He's destroyed countless throws, cushions from the living room.
And if he's not stripping the living room of its soft furnishings, he's stripping his owner.
Ow!
Literally.
Wilson, I'm wearing them.
Anything Wilson gets his teeth into, he claims as his own.
This happened to my friend's pair of designer glasses. He just snuck straight up and took them away. Socially, it's had a huge impact. My friends don't like to come here anymore.
Wilson hasn't always been this way.
He was 8 weeks old and he literally, when I first met him, fit in my hand, which was adorable. And he weed on me, which made me want him. A few years ago. I absolutely loved him, cuddling me on the sofa. But then everything sort of changed.
3 years ago, something happened which had a lasting impact on them both.
Wilson, come on. I had a really bad car accident and he was in the car with me and... Get in. Wilson. He ended up in the footwell. It wasn't very nice and he was terrified of getting in the car. Wilson, in. I now have tinnitus and, well, it was severe hyperacusis where everything that is loud is magnified massively and is so much louder. So if Wilson's barking and it's incessant barking, and sometimes I'm like, God, stop it, or I put my earplugs in to get away from it because it is really painful. Get off!
While the accident has left Mum with physical injuries, it's had a lasting effect on Wilson's personality, turning him from a lovable rogue into a destructive demon.
He's really, really aggressive as soon as I try and get it off.
Ah! Wilson!
He's actually bitten me. That's naughty, you hurt Mummy. When you're wrestling with him, it's scary. It's upsetting, it makes me angry, it makes me anxious. And it's psychologically driving me around the twist.
Now Nicola feels she has no choice but to make a devastating decision.
I genuinely think I'm going to have to get rid of him. I absolutely love him to bits, but at the moment I don't like him at all. Off! It would break my heart, but it's the only option.
Anybody want a bulldog?
Bulldogs always make me smile. They're famously snuffly and grunty. But the biggest issue about bulldogs for me is that they're really stubborn. So once they get an idea in their head, it's that bulldog spirit. It takes a lot to shift it. You can tell he's a bulldog. Hello.
Hi, all right.
Nice to meet you. You're right. Hello, you.
He's got a pillow.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you're not kidding, are you? Has that just happened?
Literally just now. This is
right.
Wilson in his element.
Hello, you.
Don't put that anywhere, because he will eat it.
Oh, I'm with you. So how do you get that back off him?
I don't. He's so violent with it.
I mean, has he bitten you?
Yes, he bit me right through the knuckle a few months ago. I ended up having to have antibiotics.
Yeah.
Wilson, Off! Off! Wilson, let go! Leave.
So but you let go in the end.
So I let go because, I mean, I sat once for 45 minutes while he had my slipper and I had my slipper.
So it's almost like this battle of wills that he's winning well and truly, isn't he?
He always wins, yeah.
Is he getting enough exercise?
I try, but he doesn't want to walk. In order to get him to actually walk, I have to put him in the car.
Right.
Which is traumatic enough. I was in a car accident in 2015. Wilson was in the car with me. He was sat on the passenger seat and he ended up right in the footwell. And that has traumatised him because now he won't get in the car.
Right.
I just got hit from behind and I got really bad hyperacusis and tinnitus. Everything that I hear is a lot louder.
Okay.
So if he barks, it hurts. It really hurts, which again, my tolerance to him is lower because I can't stand the noise.
So what's going to happen if we can't fix it?
I'm going to have to really look to rehome him because it's just too much.
Yeah.
It really is.
If Graeme is going to get to the bottom of Wilson's destructive behaviour, he needs to understand what triggered it. So heads outside to see how Wilson reacts to getting in the car.
Come on, Wilson, in. Let's go.
Come on.
Come on.
He's not sure, is he?
The whole thing becomes such a huge ordeal that I'm not surprised he then doesn't want to get in, because he's probably really stressed. Let's go.
Yeah, away he goes again. That car really is a traumatic place for him. And, you know, like humans, dogs can suffer post-traumatic stress. And one of the characteristics is destructive behaviour. So to fix that, I need to focus on the trigger. And that comes from his car accident and his fear around the car. So first of all, I need to sort that. Clearly, there is no control of the old part. The most difficult problem you've got, without a doubt, is this sort of stealing items in the house, like the cushions and all that kind of thing.
I think over the months it's escalated and escalated and escalated, and now it's dangerous behaviour now. And that's what worries me now, that I know that he will bite me.
So I think the trigger for this was, you know, probably all that trauma he went through with the car. I don't think it's that anymore. I think it is attention seeking. One of the things about PTSD is that dogs manifest that by being destructive.
Okay.
So who knew?
Makes sense.
If we've got any hope of having some control of him inside, then first we should start with the easy stuff outside. Let's make a start, shall we?
Let's go.
I do think that a big part of Wilson's destructiveness is kind of attention seeking, but it really stems from that car accident and the anxiety around it. So the key to cracking his anxiety is to tackle his trigger points, and that's his fear of the car.
Every time the car door opens, Wilson's stress levels rise and he resists being led to the vehicle.
Come on. Come on.
But Graeme thinks the solution is to lead by example and show Wilson he has nothing to fear by getting in the car.
So the problem we got at the moment is I'm going, go into this place that's really scary because I'm not prepared to. And he's going, mate, if you're not going in, I'm not going in. So do you know what I'm going to have to do? Jump in the back. Yeah? Come on then. Let's get in here. Yay, that's it. Clever boy. That's it. Hey, what's this? Oh, look. There we go.
With a bit of encouragement, Wilson happily gets in the car without putting up a fight.
So as soon as he put one paw up, yeah, good boy. Bit of excitement. But I'm sat here just going, do you know what? It's all right, this. It's fine. I'm okay. And I'll start to rub off.
Having coaxed Wilson into the car, Graeme wants Nicola to follow suit. And with the heavens having opened, they're hoping that Wilson might decide a dry car is a better option than standing outside in the rain.
So in you go.
Good boy.
That's it. You go first.
Come on. Come on.
That's it. He's going to go.
Come on. Come on, Wilson.
What if I go?
Come on.
Good boy.
Good boy. Up.
Good boy.
Good boy.
How's that, Nicola?
That's all right. He just needs a little bit of help, I think.
All I did was I just put myself behind him and just my leg was up against his bum, so I'm not actually shoving it. I'm just like, there's only one way to go here, young man.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, OK, I'll do what my mum said.
Yeah.
I think we do this a few times. I know it's a bit of a pain, but it's that repetition that creates a new habit.
While he might have needed some strong persuasion the first few times,
good boy.
A bit of praise and excitement.
In he goes. Super.
Boy.
Soon has Wilson realising there's nothing to fear by jumping in the car. Something he's not been able to do since the accident.
Oh, there you go. Can you see the progression there? That looks like a normal dog getting in a car with a lady.
Good boy, Wilson. Yeah, when he got in the car, he was just sat there all happy and, you know, he didn't seem anxious, he wasn't panting. Good boy. Which is something I never, ever thought would happen. And I'm so pleased. I really am.
Ready? But having got Wilson over his fear of getting in cars, Graeme needs to tackle his destructive behaviour.
Wilson!
The hardest thing, though, is still to come, and I'm not kidding myself, because that problem inside, where he steals things and threatens Nicola, is really, I think, quite difficult, and I need to come up with a system that's easy to understand, something that Nicola can be really consistent with. And that's what I'm going to do next time. I think this is the most difficult bit inside.
It's going to take some undoing, I think.
Yeah, I think that's right. He's about to have that cushion, actually. Oi!
If I can get to it just before him, we're all right. But if I try now, I daren't even try anymore. I'm genuinely scared.
If you leave him, am I right in saying he wouldn't damage them?
He's not interested. I go to work and I can leave these out and they're exactly where they are.
What happens if you try and distract him?
Doesn't work. I mean, I've even tried going to the door and knocking on the door and going, oh, hi, oh, hello. And it's like I'm having a conversation with myself to try and distract him from eating a pillow that really I'm not that bothered about, but it's the principle.
It is.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Well, Nicola's tried everything. She's tried telling him off, distracting him, fighting him, shouting at him, and it's not working. We need a different approach. And you know what? It's really, really simple.
Believing Wilson is taking things to get Nicola's attention to ease his anxiety,
Wilson, let go.
Graeme has come up with a simple solution. Ignoring him.
That's quite interesting, because he's going round in circles now.
Is he? Is he just chewing it?
Yeah, he's kind of sucking on a corner of it, really. That's interesting. He's actually walked away from it. And the thing to do when he walks away from it is give him attention.
What?
Now, if he goes back to it, we go back to the book.
No. No.
Clever boy.
Good boy.
Right.
You need to go in.
So he's so disinterested in it now, he's left the room.
He's just lying down in the kitchen. I'm amazed. I didn't think that'd work.
These files are just a mechanism that makes it obvious we're ignoring it. So we're starting to change the wiring in his head, which is, I never wanted this for itself anyway. I wanted this because if I got this, I got my mum.
Yeah.
And we're going, no, if you've got that, you lose your mum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But if you walk away from it, then you get some love. Pretty simple, huh?
Yeah. So simple, so complex.
But I think we should up the ante.
Yeah.
Cushions aren't the only things he steals, obviously.
Anything. Lovely.
Nice, aren't they? So if you want to sort of leave them carelessly lying around, and let's see what he does. If he does go for it, same again. Here we go. He's a little devil, isn't he?
Straight
Right,
away.
so come on, up with the book.
Interesting that he's just holding them. If he wanted to destroy them, he would rip them to bits.
Wilson has had no attention for 5 minutes. He still has the glasses in his mouth, but they're intact.
So our only chance is staying calm and kind of ignoring it. And it's harder, this.
He may not have destroyed the glasses, but Wilson's not let them go either. So Graeme decides to take his strategy of ignoring him up a notch.
So we've still got a problem. We've still got to get the sunglasses back, but he's coming this way again then.
He seems really relaxed.
While he's calmer, we might just go, hey, Wilson, come here, look, we're playing with a ball.
Yeah.
Hey, Wilson, what's this then?
Good boy.
Oh, very good. Good boy. Super. While you do that, I'll go get those sunglasses.
Cool. Where is it, darling? Ready?
Well, they're in great nick. Take them out to Nicola, I think. Here we go.
Glasses! Yes!
So, yeah, let me put my own back on, but they're in amazing nick. Look at that.
They're not broken, they're not snapped, they're not chewed.
They're not even scratched.
They're just
it's amazing.
dirty.
It takes a long time to bed in a new habit. Practice, you know. So he starts to get into this new habit of Mummy loves me when I'm not demanding attention in that nasty way. Mummy's not going to threaten me to get things off me, and it's just easier for him to let go. But there is a big question still on my mind, and it's this. When we first met, you said if we couldn't get this fixed in a few weeks, you would have to rehome him.
Yeah. All I wanted was to know that there is a possible future of me and keeping Wilson.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's definitely possible now. Thank you very much indeed.
Don't
want you to go.
Oh, bless you.
I really, honestly, really appreciate it, and genuinely,
Well.
honestly, it'll change my life.
Right, I'll leave you with it.
Thank you.
He's fast asleep. Bye-bye now.
See you later.
Take care.
Genuinely didn't think we'd find any kind of solution. What Graeme showed me is a lot of it is me and how I respond and how I control Wilson. I think now that we'll be able to keep him and that I'll be happy.
Well, this has been a tricky case. We've had to tackle the triggers for Wilson's anxiety, but I'm absolutely delighted with the way it's gone. And by Nicola not pandering to Wilson's attention-seeking, she's now confident that she won't have to rehome him. What a result.
Advertising manager Georgina and labourer Joe are tuning into their favourite show. But Frank the Frenchie isn't a fan.
No.
But it's not Graham's face Frank's got beef with.
He doesn't like any animal on there. He goes for it, he barks, he tries to bite it. Looks like he's, you know, in a fight with it, really.
And this isn't just fighting talk. 2-year-old Frank is an actual killer.
He's broken 2 TVs and it's always nearly a third, so... You don't realise how many dogs are on the telly. Every advert is just a dog.
To make matters worse, this isn't even their TV.
Mummy, telly!
As they've recently moved in with Joe's parents, whilst their new house is being built.
Go on, out you go. Yeah, again.
It's not my house, so it's really, really awkward, and you just think they're doing us a massive favour, and I don't want them to think we're taking the mick.
And if anyone needs peace and quiet, it's Joe's dad, Nick.
I've had a brain tumour removed. I'm not supposed to do any exercise, just sit down and recover.
Who's let him in again? Come here. Come on. You actually got the telly, then? Blooming dog.
When that dog comes in, it gets my old heart going. Can't watch the telly in peace. And my son says to me, why don't you have the telly up on the wall? Well, I don't want the telly up on the wall. I want the telly where I want the telly, where you look down on it rather than getting a stiff neck. I think the dog's going to have to go. Can't put up with it. And I won't, not in my own house.
Graham knows there's no time to spare, but he's got bigger concerns about Frank's unusual behaviour.
There's a lot at stake here. I mean, if Frank smashes the television, is he going to hurt himself? Or even worse, get to the electrics and shock himself? So there's a lot at stake here. Hello.
Hello, mate. How's it going? You all right?
Oh, very well, thank you. You must be Joe.
I'm Joe. This is Frank.
Hello, Frank. With one ear down.
Hello, mate.
Look at that.
Do you want to come in?
So he's quite a unique-looking dog. He's got a unique problem as well, by all accounts.
Yeah, just won't stop going for a TV when it's on, you know, dogs in general and animals on TV. People is fine.
Right, that's unusual.
And as soon as an advert comes on, one eye opens and then he's just like a torpedo.
Yeah. Shall we stick the telly on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. We've got a dog programme now.
Get down.
And he's climbing.
Stop.
Frank, stop it.
No. Do you want to go outside?
Do you want to go outside?
OK. Mayhem at the moment. They're all trying different things all at the same time. Trying to tell him off.
Frank,
Get down.
stop it. Naughty boy. You're going out.
After 10 minutes, Nick has had enough.
Pack it in.
But Frank is so riled up at the TV, he suddenly lashes out.
Just bit me then.
Get out.
So, he's evicted.
Welcome to our world.
What effect is it having on you guys?
It's basically stressing us out. Like he's just turned around and just bit the top of my finger.
Right. Yeah, the last thing you need is a load of stress at the minute.
Yeah.
Is that causing a bit of tension between you then?
Me and Debbie are probably a little more similar in that we just think either ignore him
Yeah.
or be calm. Joe and Nick have a totally different view of it, so I think that really doesn't help.
How long can you live like this?
Not much longer.
2 more minutes.
Yeah.
If this is allowed to continue, there's 2 things that spring to mind to me. One is that for Frank, it could be very, very serious. It could be fatal for him. But for Nick, too, it's a massive problem. The guy's recovering from a really serious operation. This is hampering his recovery. His health could decline if I can't fix this. You told me he's particularly bad with adverts, and that's because the dogs appear on the adverts for, what, seconds? So he barks, they go away. He goes...
Oh.
He got rid of the dog.
Oh, right.
All right.
Right, OK.
Yeah.
Right.
They come back again, but that's OK, because you've got an answer to that. If he barks, they go. Yeah?
I didn't think of that
I've
at all.
never thought of that in a million years.
In the meantime, what are you doing? Well, mayhem, really, if I'm honest, yeah? You've all got your own ideas, but it's like, oi, Frank, stop! And then interspersed with the odd bit like, do you want to go outside?
Yeah.
Because in his head, he's kind of going, right, I'm leading the fight barking, this lot are all backing me up. So he's completely confused.
As Frank believes everyone's behind him with his mission to chase dogs off the screen, Graeme wants to get in front of him for the training, so he's using a fixed leash.
If he starts lunging and barking, which he will, you tell him stop nice and clearly, but without shouting, yeah? And then when he does back down, praise him. And then we just do it again and again.
Yeah,
right.
let's do it.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, stop.
By rewarding Frank with praise when he stops barking, he should get the message.
Stop.
That is, if he ever stops.
At the moment, his brain has been programmed by thousands, probably tens of thousands of times that he's barked at the telly and the dog has disappeared.
With such tuned-in behaviour, getting Frank to switch off just once is a feat in itself.
Good boy.
Finally, Frank pauses long enough to be praised.
He's a good boy. So you thought, while he sits down, stop. Good boy. There you go. So what I'm doing is I'm letting him discover that it's not working anymore. I bark and I bark and I bark, and the dog's not gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good boy. Good.
That was a half-hearted one, wasn't it?
If we have to do this 6, 7, 8, 28 times, I don't care. It'll be the same thing. Good boy.
You can hear him now.
And he's not going for that now, is he?
No.
And every now and again, he'll, like that, have another go. Frank, stop. Good boy. I mean, he's not perfectly calm just yet, but this is pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good, yeah.
He's just sat down. It's like he's surrendered.
So, you've seen me do it. I think it's your turn.
Yep, cool.
Now, with Joe in charge and a new doggy threat, Frank is back to squaring up to the box.
Stop. Stop.
But Joe's forgotten a key part of Graeme's training. Praise.
Good boy.
That's it.
Good boy.
And that's what was missing, that's all.
Good boy. Good boy.
Good boy. He's not even interested now.
No.
Look at him now. He's just sitting there at the moment. The dog's still on. Stop.
And that's it. That's perfect. You nipped it in the bud.
Yeah.
With a clear command...
Stop.
And praise...
Good boy.
Joe and Georgina have control. But Nick needs to do the same. Otherwise, Frank could be out on his ear.
Stop. Stop.
Stick to your guns, he'll get there.
Stop.
Wait
Stop.
for it. Give him a chance.
Stop.
Try being firm at it.
Yeah,
Stop. Stop. Good boy.
That's it. That's been a bit of a battle, but you're beginning to turn a corner, yeah?
Stop.
That's it. Perfect.
Good boy.
One stop and he walked away.
Yeah.
Magic.
He ain't gonna beat me.
After 2 years of terrorising the TV...
Who's let him in again?
Frank faced eviction.
Blooming dog.
But with Graeme's help, this telly addict is sitting quietly.
It's been a bit of a team effort, really, so you've all done really well.
Yeah.
Nick, how does it make you feel? You can watch the telly now, in peace.
Yeah, I'm amazed.
How do you all feel about living together now?
Better, a lot
Yes.
better.
A lot better. Yeah.
They can stay.
Phew, that was hard work. I fully expect Frank will test them from time to time. He's not entirely going to give it up, but they know what to do now. That's the difference.
When Zara needed a pet to help her settle into a new home, she chose a husky puppy, Adonis.
I chose to get a husky because they are really pretty, so when I had the opportunity to get one, I went for it.
He's a handsome husky, all right, but Zara hadn't bargained he'd soon grow to be 26 kilos of pure pulling power. And as he continues to grow, his complete lack of boundaries have become a huge problem.
No biting. I can't have him around many people because he's quite aggressive and boisterous. Honest. The jumping up and biting and scratching gets too much and it's quite painful.
Ow! The dog Zara got to help her gain independence is actually driving people away and making her more isolated.
You can see the frustration in like your friend's face, like, oh, your dog is too much, like, can they get off me?
With Zara unable to enjoy her new home in the company of friends, the pressure's on for Graeme to come up with a quick and lasting fix.
Now, because Siberian Huskies are famously stubborn, it means that I've got my work cut out. They're an increasingly popular pet for their looks, but they're working dogs. They pull sleds across snowy wastes, so they're strong, active and highly intelligent. If you're going to own a Husky, you've got to train it from a young age and do it properly. Hello.
Hi, Graeme.
Zara, hi.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, you're welcome.
So with Adonis already on the cusp of doggy adolescence, can Graeme subdue this spirited husky before it's too late?
Adonis.
And he's getting worse and worse, isn't he?
Yes, it's quite bad.
Does he always do this then?
To everybody.
Ow, that really hurts. Wow.
He's quite powerful as well with the pushing.
So what do you do?
I normally just put him in his crate.
So you're trying to discipline him?
Yes.
How does that go?
He doesn't like being told what to do.
No. That's typical Husky, really. So why did you get him?
They look really cute and just moved from home to get that independent life, and then I thought I need a companion, but it's hard having friends over because he's biting and scratching too much.
So independent living's not working for you at the moment?
It's more just me and Adonis and no friends.
And it becomes crystal clear just how hard Adonis is to handle.
Oi! Off, go on. Oh, beauty. Hey! No. I think he got me there.
Did he hurt you or...?
Well, he jumped over and he actually caught my lip. Yeah, you
Oh, he's done that with me a few times as well.
He's got no idea of personal space.
No.
No. What do people normally do when they're sat here and that happens?
I've got to try and get Adonis off them, but if Adonis is attacking them and he's attacking me, it comes across that I can't control him, so sometimes it's a bit difficult.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Well, his teeth got snapped there.
Yeah, you do sometimes, and it's like, oh, that was a close one. That's when I end up backing off a little bit because it's hurting a bit too much. I don't really know what to do.
I can see why Zara's friends don't want to come round and visit. He's out of control. I think Zara doesn't really know how serious this is yet, and I need to tell her. But once I've done that, I need to help her. Zara, this situation is quite dangerous. He's going to bite somebody, and it's probably going to be you. But if it's somebody else, it really is game over, because he could be taken away from you, and he could be put down.
It's a situation I don't want to be in, to be honest. So I need to fix his behaviour now.
We need to nip it in the bud as soon as he starts jumping.
Okay.
It is simple, but it takes a lot of work to get to that point.
Okay, then.
So we've got a lot to do.
Okay, I'm willing to put the work in.
What I'm going to do is give you a new command, and that's going to be off.
Yeah.
And if we say off, he should understand back off, get off, stop jumping, yeah?
Yeah.
And you'll be able to use that command wherever you are. And if he does it, we need to let him know he's a good boy and praise him.
Okay, that sounds good.
Simple, isn't it?
Yeah,
All right.
hopefully.
Adonis has only just turned a year old, and there's a window of opportunity for training a dog like this, but the problem is I've only got 1 day. Now, his behaviour's quite a challenge, but he doesn't think he's doing anything wrong. He's just doing this for love and attention. But his jumping up could be seen as aggressive, so I need to show him how to get that affection that he wants in an acceptable way.
First, Adonis needs a lesson in boundaries, with a clear message that jumping up on people is not a game and will simply not be tolerated.
We're going to brush him off to the side, right?
Okay.
We don't want him to fall over, but we do want him to feel just that bit off balance, because dogs hate it. Right?
Oh, okay.
Off. Off. The other side, look. Off again. Wait for it. Good boy. Come here. You can have a treat for that. Sometimes you have to repeat yourself.
Yeah.
Then eventually, all right, I'll stop.
Okay.
When he stops, oh, good boy, you have a treat.
Okay.
Off.
Repeating the technique, amorous Adonis soon starts to learn jumping up is out of bounds. But he will get affection and a treat when his paws stay on the floor. But can Zara get the message to sink in?
There's a treat. Break it into tiny bits as you're going. That's it.
Adonis, stand here.
Yeah.
Off. Off.
That's it. So if he jumps at you, off is good.
Off.
Push him sideways.
Off.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Remember that if you need to, move him sideways, yeah?
Okay.
Wait for it, wait for it.
Off.
No.
Off. Off.
And look what he does. He sits for 3, 4, 5 seconds. I'd give him a treat now.
Good boy.
Having learned he'll get rewarded for respecting the boundary, can Adonis resist temptation to show his affection to Zara on the sofa?
As soon as he starts to misbehave, we tell him straight away.
Okay.
Because why wait? Right, off.
Off.
Stand up.
Off.
And then wait for it. Good boy. That's probably good enough, actually.
Good boy.
Good. Now, that looked like a lady in control of a dog.
But can Zara keep control when it really matters? Adonis's over-friendly greetings have been getting increasingly dangerous and have been stopping Zara's friends coming over.
Hiya, Natasha. Come on in.
So it's time to put her to the test.
Right, go on. See anything.
Off, yeah?
That's it.
Off. Off.
Wait for it. No, that's all right. Don't run away. That's it.
Off. Off. Off.
Wait for it. That's okay. If he's got his feet on the ground, I'll live with that. Good. Right. Who's telling him he's good?
Me.
Well, go on then.
Good boy. Here you go. Good boy.
Remember, you've got to reward him if he's good.
Okay.
He was really, really bad there, and you were fighting to get control. But when you got control,
Off.
you didn't tell him.
Off. Off.
Well done.
Good boy. Here you go.
When Natasha came in, I think Zara went into a bit of a meltdown.
Off. Yeah. Off.
We got there in the end with a bit of coaching from me, and Zara remembered what she had to do.
Just 5 hours ago, this dog was too much for even Graeme to handle. But by teaching him a clear boundary and giving him praise and affection for complying, Zara and Adonis can look forward to inviting people over.
Natasha, how would you describe the difference?
Oh my God, well, from the first time I ever came round, and then he was non-stop biting, jumping up me. Now he's just, look, I can stroke him and I'm sitting down, so it is a massive improvement.
Great. This was an out-of-control dog, and I was really concerned about this snapping at you. We've taken all of that away.
Yeah.
And he's beginning to calm down because when he's naughty, you step up to the plate and you tell him off.
Yeah, I feel much more confident about having friends around, and he's not going to be acting the way he did before, and he won't be hurting my friends or me.
Brilliant. Good. That seems like a good point for me to leave you to it, really. So, all the very best. Well done.
Thank you, Graeme.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for your help. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Well, it's been a long, hard day, but we've got there, and I think Zara has just taken a huge, great step forward to being truly independent. And with a dog who's not out of control anymore, not a danger to anybody, and will be well behaved, she needs to keep up the practice. Morning.
Morning, Graeme. Welcome to the madhouse.
Yeah. Oh, you beauty. Blimey, does he always do that?
Yeah.
I hope that's not your best tea towel. Oh, you got 2 tea towels now, look. Yeah. 2 smaller ones.
Off. For this playful pup, nothing's off limits.
Hendrix, off.
The wayward 1-year-old needs 24/7 supervision.
Off.
Which is not what events and marketing professional Vicky signed up for.
If we go through the running
She works from home, and last year decided that she wanted a canine colleague to keep her company.
Hendrix.
But instead of making her working day more enjoyable,
Hendrix.
she never gets a break.
Hendrix.
Or any...
Jaffa cakes. Out. Come here. Wait. Hendrix. Hendrix. Hendrix, leave it. So I'm trying to work in the dining room, and it's just backwards and forwards, grabbing something, usually coats, tugging at them. and I just find myself up and down like a yo-yo. Off! Hendrix! Hendrix! There's no respite. He needs constant supervision, so I don't get to relax in the evenings. I'm also trying to catch up on work that I haven't done during the day because I've been supervising him, so there's no off switch and there's no let up. Come here. He's destructive, he's a loose cannon, and we definitely have a love-hate relationship at the moment. I'm working from here so that I can actually see what he's doing. Even now, he's just trying to decide, what am I going to grab next? So eventually just have to kick him outside for a bit so I can get on and do something solid for an hour or so. Hendrix, he's the boss, and we need that control back. Outside. It's impacting work, it impacts family life. Nothing seems to be working with this dog.
Graeme's seen what Hendrix, the office assistant, can do with a tea towel.
Thank you.
But little does he know,
no.
His own flat cap is next for the shredder.
Hendrix, you cut Graeme's hats.
Come here, you.
Hendrix, come here.
That's me flat hat. Come here.
Come here.
I'm going.
You don't want to rip it.
There's only one thing...
Shall I get a sausage?
Is that what you normally do, is it?
Yeah.
...that might save Graeme's headwear.
Right, like that flat hat.
Hendrix.
A meaty treat.
That's got it. Right, you beauty. No. He's like on the go all the time, isn't he?
Looking for something to do, to grab. I don't know if it's boredom or he's just jumped onto the kitchen counter, hasn't he?
Has he?
Oh,
What's he got?
That's the spreadable butter. Off. Off.
So it's literally non-stop, isn't it?
Constant. It's really stressful. I mean, I might laugh and joke about it, but actually he can drive me to tears. It's too much. He's won a huge place in our heart, but it can't go on much longer. We can't sustain it.
Meanwhile, I think he's nicked your towel.
Oh. Oi!
Blimey, this is stressful. I mean, it is literally an onslaught. It's just non-stop.
Come here.
You take your eye off him for 5 seconds, he's got something else. Of course, it's all great fun for Hendrix, isn't it?
Oi!
You know when I came to the gate and you're there with the tea towels, so he's tugging one way, you know, and you're like, come on, give me that back. What you've done is you've taken a towel, which to Hendrix, it's already great fun to rip them apart, but you've supercharged the fun by turning it into something that's alive.
And it's now a rabbit.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Then we came inside and he went to nick my cap, right? So I got my cap off him. The big difference between what I was doing with my cap, which I'm glad to say is still intact, right? And your tea towel, which rather isn't, is that I wasn't moving it around. I realised very quickly there's no point trying to beat him at his own game. I'm going to say, no, the cap isn't moving from you. You, young man, are going to back off of my cap. I think the problem you've got is, I don't think he's looking at you thinking, yeah, she's in charge around here and I better listen to her.
Yeah.
So we need to build that sort of view of him as like, oh, no, actually, Mum...
He needs to know I'm boss.
Yeah, it's about doing the right things that make him look and think, yeah, OK, she calls the shots, fair enough.
In Graeme's mind, all Hendrix is crying out for are some clear home office rules.
Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put the butter on the floor. When he steps towards it, I'm going to block, so I'm going to go in between him and the butter. You know, so the message here is, oi, my butter, leave it alone.
Yeah.
So if I put it down, right, and he goes for it, it's just going to be, oi, no. That block sort of says, hey, guess whose butter this is?
Yeah.
If he then backs off, oh, good boy, that's nice. So we teach him, look, some things aren't for you.
Yeah.
You know? So that's the plan. Pretty simple, really.
To help show Vicky how to take control, Graeme goes first.
What's that?
Straight away.
Off.
His clear signals work a treat.
Back off.
And for doing as he's told...
Good boy.
Hendrix gets lots of praise.
Hello. Hello. Yeah. Good boy.
And Vicky can't quite believe her eyes.
Well, I didn't think he would do that.
No. I thought he would, I've got to say, which is why I did it. But for me now, I don't think he's going to go for that butter again. But we need to get him to do it
when
for you.
It's my butter, it might be different.
She's seen her furry colleague behave for once.
Best of British.
Thank you.
But will he behave for Vicky?
Just try from there.
Especially now office pizza is on the menu. Straight away, Hendrix has got his way.
He's too quick for you there. Right, we'll do it again.
He's going to go straight for it, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, well done. Don't forget, while he's not doing anything...
Good boy. Good boy.
Boy.
Good boy.
He's thinking of making a move still.
Ah! Off.
Oh, good boy.
Good boy.
That worked.
Could it be that Hendrix is finally listening to Mum?
So that worked. You stepped in. He went, do you know what, I'll lie down.
Yeah.
Try again.
Good boy. Good boy.
And take it back up again. Let's see what he does. Will he go to snatch it? No. Good boy. Now, OK.
He's learning the new rules.
So quick.
It's sticking to them that's the problem.
Well, I think Vicky's got the basics. She just needs to be a bit more determined, really. But also, I think she's not sure of herself. She needs to move in towards him that really says, oh, hey, you know, back away. But it's the body language that does it.
It may take time, but Hendrix has to learn that Vicky will not give up.
The trick is this. Inside, you need to be like, I'm like a coil spring. I'll move if I have to, you know?
Yeah.
And your legs need to be ready to move. So if you're like that, so there you go. Well done.
No, no, no.
Vicky's newfound resilience
Keep going. Don't let him.
is starting to pay off.
Keep at it. Don't give in. Now, look, we'll give it a second.
No.
He's pawing. Please, Mum.
No.
Well done. Stick to your
No.
guns. There. Well done.
Good boy. Well done.
Young Hendrix seems to have finally realised
That's another battle you won. Before you know it, you'll have won the war.
Good boy.
there ain't no getting round
Yes, good boy.
his line manager.
Well done.
Great. Hey, how's that feel?
That's good. Not getting past me, mate.
And that's the attitude.
Good boy.
I think we've turned the corner with him, that's the
Yeah.
point. Now, that doesn't mean to say everything's hunky-dory, of course it's not.
No.
You need to practice. But what he's seen today is a different side of you. Previously, he just thought, if I keep at it, she'll give in. Now he's like, I don't know what's happened to Mum. She seems to be broken because she's not giving in anymore. Keep at it. And don't forget to praise the good bits.
Hendrix! Only this morning, Hendrix couldn't keep his paws off anything round the home office.
Anybody got a sausage?
But now,
good boy,
he knows Mum's boss, and that some things, including pizza, are sacred. And as Vicky settles down to some evening work,
good boy,
Hendrix is behaving more like the perfect co-worker.
I think he's starting to realise that I'm not a pushover. I think it's going to become easier to work from home now, and hopefully I will have that dog that just settles down by my side or on my feet.
Willow, leave. Stop. Stop. Oh, this is ridiculous for hanging out the washing, and I can't leave it out even to dry, because otherwise Willow just barks all day long. Right.
No matter what the chore, Willow's on the attack.
The minute you touch these things, then she will chase at it, bark frantically, and just try and bite it. No, Willow, no. I find it very difficult to do the day-to-day sorts of things. Every household just thinks, but I've got 5 minutes. Willow, no, stop this. No. Terrified of it. Doing the chores in my house tend to get avoided for as long as possible because doing them is so stressful. Willow's in charge, really.
With 7-year-old Willow's very bad behaviour only getting worse, it's impossible for Nikki to lead a normal life.
I just worry because it is gradually getting worse and worse. And I think, well, I've got already a complex list of things that she has a problem with. What next? I can't have this any longer, really. It's impacting too much on the way I conduct my life.
Thankfully, help is on the way.
So Labradoodle is a cross between a Labrador and a Poodle. So both working dogs, often used on hunts. So their job is to sort of spot a bird falling from the sky, perhaps, and go and pick it up. They're looking out for movement all the time. So I don't know if there's a clue there in what Willow's doing.
Whilst Graeme has his theories, solving the mystery of Willow's hatred of housework is something he can only do once he's seen the behaviour.
Willow, stay.
Hello, hi,
Hiya,
how are you?
in.
Thank you very much.
You come this way. Willow, stay.
You're nice.
Yeah. There's another side to Willow.
What sort of things is she bad with then?
Vacuum cleaners,
Uh-huh.
ironing boards, washing lines, brooms.
Right.
And so it goes on.
So anything to do with housework?
Pretty much.
Well, I'll tell you what, do you want to maybe get the Hoover out? Let's have a look.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah, got it. Let's see.
Willow. No. Stop. Leave. No.
And she's still at it now, even though you've stopped.
I'm not stood with it even. It's difficult.
I've seen dogs going for Hoovers before, but that was really bad. I mean, she literally ripped bits off it. So there's a big question in my mind about what's going on in Willow's head. You know, what's she thinking?
To find out, Graeme's asked Nikki to show her what happens when Willow's at the height of her hatred, with her least favourite chores.
Willow.
And whilst indoors the ironing board is bad...
Bad girl. Leave. Naughty girl. Leave, Willow. Leave.
Outside, things are just as chaotic.
Willow, leave. No. Stop. Willow, stop. Leave. No, leave.
I've seen dogs go for individual items, but I've never seen a dog go for everything quite so consistently. But I think that Willow is sometimes scared of these items. Moving things erratically, particularly, just triggers that instinct. And I think Nikki's getting herself into a bit of a state along with her dog. Why now do you need help after all this time?
Because 7.5 years of one thing, then two things, then three things, and the list is just getting longer and longer because there's more and more things that I can't do because of how she might behave.
So she's telling what you can do in your own house?
Yes.
Yeah.
Having worked out that Willow's extreme sensitivity to movement is made worse when Nikki gets stressed and moves things too quickly for Willow's liking, Graeme thinks he has the key.
So what have we got? We've got a dog who is triggered by the movement of these things. She's getting herself into a frenzy. You're getting yourself into a frenzy. We can't convince her that all's well, everything's fine if
I'm
looking
panicking.
panicky.
Mm.
Yeah, exactly. I just suppose you thought of it like that.
Yeah, it's resonating. I can just see that that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, so we've got to slow things down, right? Stop when necessary, and then move on. So what we've got to do is simplify things, because this could be potentially very complicated. So we've got to go back to basics and go, right, what behaviour do we want to reward? What behaviour do we want to discourage? How do we get the signals across to her in a nice, clear way without revving her up? And it's the movement that revs her up.
To tackle Nikki's housework hell, Graeme believes the answer lies in just slowing everything right down.
So in a way, it's like a game of musical statues, this. I'm going to bring something out that'll make her react. When she does, it's going to be a question of stopping the movement, right, until she's calmed down. And then it's, OK, now we'll introduce a little bit more movement, and we sort of up the ante. Right, let's pop that on.
With Willow on a lead for extra control if needed, the game of musical statues begins.
What's going on, hey? What's going on?
And just by slowing things right down...
Good girl. She's a clever girl, that's super.
And praising Willow for good behaviour, Graeme can get on with the ironing.
There, he's a clever girl, eh? Who's a good girl? Right. Yay! There you go.
Okay, cracked it.
I think we have, yeah. So this is good. I think you should have a go.
Okay.
Now, listen, I'm not expecting you to have a lead on her all the time necessarily, but I think it worked for me, so let's start that way.
Oh, I'm more than happy. A lead is progress.
Yeah.
More than
it is.
happy.
Yeah, great.
With Graeme wanting Nikki to focus all her energy on remaining calm, he gives her a helping hand by keeping hold of Willow.
Good girl.
Good girl, Willow.
That's it.
Good girl, Willow.
That's very nice.
Well done.
That's it.
If she does react,
No.
a flick on the lead and a firm command.
Good.
Good girl.
And with practice,
Stop.
Stop. So,
Good girl.
good girl.
by keeping her movements slow and sounding relaxed, the ironing board can finally come out without all hell breaking loose.
So the lead now isn't doing anything at all physical. It's purely psychological.
But with Willow free to roam, will she leave the ironing board well alone?
Stop.
No.
That's good. That's a good girl. Well
Yeah,
done.
clever girl. There you go. That's it. Good.
No.
Wait for it. Don't move it. That's fine. Super. Put it
Girl.
away. Lovely.
Well done, Willow.
Well done, Willow. There you go. Clever girl.
Good girl.
There you
Good
go.
girl. And come.
Yeah.
Good girl. Yeah. You are.
And you, hey? You'll get the odd setback along the way, I'm sure, you know? And she'll get it. You just need to remind her from here on in.
After 7 years of chaos, Willow's finally learning to lay off the housework. And if Nikki's able to keep calm too, she'll have a happy home once again.
There's a massive change from first thing this morning. I will keep going at it because she's learned so much today.
You get a dog because you want them to be a companion. None of us get a dog to be more stressed. But that was the reality for Nikki. But it's not now. So for me, that's a great result.